And hello everyone, welcome back to the Red October Network. I just wanted to post a little video about the Facebook IPO. As you know today, Facebook has Mark Zuckerberg has stated that he wants to make Facebook a publicly owned company. And MSN.com is saying could be worth as much as $100 billion. So, what do I think about the Facebook empire? Well, to be honest with you, Facebook has good things and bad things. One of the good things about Facebook is that it very much increases interconnectivity between people. I would never have been able to keep track of all my high school and college friends without Facebook, and yes, a lot of them really weren't too good friends, and not all 440 some of them are necessarily really good friends or really great friends, but they're good friends. And I think this is one of the steps that to try to bring Facebook into an even bigger realm of society, because now you can say, I own Facebook. You know, somehow that makes you good. But you think about just Facebook and selling your data. Obviously, everybody's saying they sell your data, and I believe, based on the ads that they target, that yes, they probably do sell a lot of your data, and they do sell you, your personality, your goals, your ambition, your social life, rather unfortunately, because everybody says that companies check your Facebook, they Google your name. Well, Facebook did one good thing, and that is they put code in where they could take your name out of a Google search. So if you actually look for my name, it doesn't show up. It shows up all the other people with my same name, but it doesn't show up, and so that's really good. Now, the other thing that you have to keep in mind is that Facebook, whenever you post on a public group, your name goes into Google search. Now, Google, about a month and a half ago, went and just totally took all the results out, so all the stuff about the weird things you post, you know, all the stuff about how you hate the Steelers or something doesn't show up. But I can also tell you that I've found out ways where if I really wanted to screw people over on Facebook, there are little macros that you can put in that basically can make a person you hate pop up to the top of their results simply by telling them. Now, I'm not going to go into details with what those macros are, and I have never used them on anybody, and I'm not a programmer by any measure of the mind. But you have to think about that, because one of the things that is main with society, I have a lot of people who I graduated high school with who are 25 and 26, and they've been getting rid of their Facebook, and they've been deleting friends. First of all, I don't understand why everybody says, oh, what's the process of deleting a friend? It's unfriending. It's like saying, well, he was your friend, but now he isn't. Click. Isn't it ridiculous? I mean, it is kind of odd, but you know, it's really, really unusual. So, and then there's the whole blocking thing. I mean, come on. Obviously, blocking is when you've trolled enough and you've made fun of people enough that you don't want to talk to them. Whatever happened to just saying, I don't want you to bother me anymore? And there's not, I mean, the whole thing with Facebook, I still like it because basically it is kind of my social context, but I know a lot of people who, if it wasn't for Facebook, they'd be total losers in life. They would have no friends, they would have no social life, they would have no connections to the outside world, and we would generally regard them as living in their mom's basement, you know, eating off welfare. But because of Facebook, now they have a life. They have something to look forward to, and it's kind of sad. And that's one of the reasons why so many people are getting rid of their Facebook, because all people do is stalk on there. They post things on people's pages who they aren't necessarily friends with. Most of the time with me, I notice that with girls online, the truth is with it is that if you're a guy or you're a person of the opposite sex, once you get married, you're gone. You delete all the guys on your Facebook. If you're a girl, you can delete all the guys. If you're a guy, you delete all the girls, because you don't want people stalking you. But really, is that what we look for in Facebook? And it is a problem. I mean, obviously companies nowadays say, you shouldn't even have a Facebook. You shouldn't even have a Twitter. You shouldn't have a MySpace. Although I don't know who the hell has a MySpace anymore. But you shouldn't have a blog. You shouldn't have this. You shouldn't have that because it takes away jobs. Well, I'm going to tell you something. In support of Facebook, I hate to say it, but Facebook is reality. It is reality. It's a part of our fabric. It's like apple pie in this country. It's like baseball. It's like having guns. It's like putting your religion first. It is a part of our society here, and it's part of the world. We can't just ignore it. So that's my point, and I know that Mark Zuckerberg had a great idea. If you watch The Social Network, it depends on what side you want to believe in. He came up with a grand idea. I remember when Facebook first came up and it was just supposed to be for schools, and then it became like you could integrate and everything. And 90% of the stuff that goes on there is pretty legitimate. I mean, certainly I could never get girls' phone numbers, but now you go on Facebook, you can talk to them anytime. And I kind of like that. It's a very... And there's guys I know who I keep track of who also would never call me, but they like her. I've met people who have the same last name as me. I think a couple of them might be family members. So it's good. And so the IPO's expected to raise $10 billion. Yeah. So that just defines how much Facebook has become part of our fabric. So, but for me, would I buy stock in it? No, because I think what's going to start to happen is with it is that initially it's going to be good, but Google's stock tanked too, and they're starting to do this. And that, and also I think in the future Facebook's going to be like part of your job application. They're going to say print your Facebook out. How many friends do you have on there? Do you have any professional references? I do. Do you have any people who you would want to be references? What is your argument? And I forecast that will be a question, because people my age are going to grow up and be in 30s and 40s, going to be in our management. And so that's a really big thing. I don't know if that's basically what we want. I don't know if it's going to be kind of the thing. But Facebook's a good thing, but it's also very much a stalking thing. It's very much basically a thing where people can pry into your lives. And you can pick on people. You can bully people really easily on Facebook. I admit I bullied a couple people, and I've been bullied too. And I think the best thing is there's been schools I know who have said, you're not even allowed to have Facebook. Especially ones that are religious. But it's part of your fabric. It's part of being in this society nowadays. It's part of being there, and that's why it's so big. And that's why the IPO, there's going to, as they quoted Facebook, they said there will be thousands of millionaires. Oh yeah, there will be. But it's just a thought. I mean, give me your thoughts on whether Facebook is good, it's bad, did you get rid of yours because you got a job? I'm going to keep mine. I mean, if you want to join my Facebook, you're welcome to. Send me a message on YouTube. I'm going to create a page for the Red October Network. I know my friend Tiffany from WAP, you know, WWAP. This is a plug for our channel. Hi, Tiffany. Unpaid, so I can revenue share, but hi, Tiffany. And basically, we'll create that, this is a very powerful network. We are making a lot of money on revenue service, and definitely will be in there. And so that's my rant on Facebook. And yes, it's been very good. I think it's good for 80% of the time. 20% of the time it's pretty bad, because I think people who really could never get a grasp on life and really couldn't have a social life shelve themselves, put them in a room, and then they troll about Facebook because they have nothing to do better in life. They can't get a job, they can't make friends. See, I made friends because I got out there. Facebook sucks sometimes, especially if you have like a mental problem. And that's one of the things that I think is important to know. Because if you have a mental disorder like OCD or autism or Asperger's, Facebook and social media kind of lets you not have to look people in the eye or have to talk to them. You can hide the fact that you can't speak well. You can hide that you can't argue. You can hide that you're a jackass or a douchebag. Because you can hide it because you can just type really, really quick. You know, and you can make yourself look a lot smarter than you actually are. And contra-wise, because of everything and the permanence of Facebook, especially on these pages like the Steeler hate group and everything, you can make yourself look a lot dumber than you actually are. But it's all good. So, anyways, I have to go to work, so leave your comments. Thank you for watching the Red October Network, and don't buy a Facebook stock, please. Thanks.